Well, it's because they were purged. That was in the Quran. Maybe Matey Boy will learn about that in prison. Yeah. He'll come out as a real pro-Israel guy, won't he? So, the campaign gave mainstream respectability to individuals with high-profile extremist histories, according to the Henry Jackson Society. The hate preacher Shakil Beg starred at an event for IAM at Deptford Lounge, a community centre owned by the London Borough of Lewisham. The evening was arranged by Stand Up to Racism campaign. Mr. Beg was found by a judge to be an extremist for saying that violence in support of Islam would constitute a man's greatest deed for endorsing a fatwa, and that it is a religious duty for Muslims to be hostile to or hate non-Islamic states. Yes. This is being sanctioned by the people at the top. They are the ones organising it in your universities, in your councils, and in your schools. This is the problem that we have to deal with, and by the way, you're all racists.
That's why I didn't attend.
I drive a race car. I'm a racist.
Great.
So, yeah, honestly, I'm not going to continue reading this article. It's actually pissing me off.
Did you find it grossly offensive?
I did.
Report it to police immediately.
So, weirdly, it's amazing how much you see this time and time again. So, the Women's March in the United States, I'm sure you've all heard of it, massive march, led by Linda. Nobody cared who I was until I put on a hijab and asked for women's vaginas to be taken away, so I saw.
So progressive.
And you're going to be surprised to learn that a bunch of their top staffers are leaving the organisation because of anti-Semitism.
Well,
yeah.
Imagine my shock.
Thank you.
He needs to make up his own one.
What's wrong with juice? I love apple juice, tomato juice.
Oh my god. So yeah. So apparently their speaker Tamika Mallory attended a rabidly anti-Semitic speech by the Nation of Islam leader who railed against the Jewish community with conspiratorial claims that they ran the government.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
What's the conspiracy?
You're Jewish, you're part of it. Yeah, that's right, you keep quiet now, don't you?
Where's my shill money?
This is actually great, right? So he accused the Jewish community and governments of the United States and Mexico of spreading the use of marijuana to feminize black men.
Tell that to Bob Marley.
Yeah. It's not part of their culture. It's a Jewish conspiracy, right?
Louis Farrakhan, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It just gets better. So Farrakhan gave out a shout out to Mallory, who sat in the audience for his 3-hour rant about Jewish people.
You must fancy Jewish woman.
Well, stupid, sexy Jews, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're poking. Yeah. So, yeah, again, I'm just going to stop this one because it's kind of pissing me off. And because there's an ambulance coming by.
You think it's an ambulance?
Sorry? Can he not? Right, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Well, it depends what he's doing. I mean, you know, I'm against them banning someone like Lauren Southern for speaking, but she's not inciting terrorism. So it depends I'd have to look into it, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but it's cool to be banned from the UK at this point.
Well, yeah.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Well, you say...
You've got a passport, you're fucking stuck.
There are a lot of Islamists who aren't on the ban list, aren't there? So, you know.
They're not cool enough.
So, the next Labour leader, according to Harriet Harman...
Hitler?
Should be, well...
Be a fucking improvement.
Do you mean Stalin? Harriet Harman wants the next Labour leadership contest to be women only.
Diane Abbott! She's not diverse, Diane Abbott, so she'll win.
Well, yeah, Diane Abbott's going to win that.
More diverse.
What about a trans woman?
Well, that's actually
It's open up for debate.
Believe it or not, yeah, that is actually part of the debate they're going to have about that. So, you know, basically, lads, we can just claim to be chicks for a day. But the thing is, the problem that I have with this is not just that it's discriminatory against men, but women, you should have a problem with this too, because she's literally saying you can't compete. That's what she's saying. When they need an all-woman only shortlist, they're saying you are not good enough.
Bullshit.
Exactly. And when
Grossly.
and if I mean, Labour's, it's not like they don't have a history of this.
How many categories of women do you think will compete?
Well, that's a good question. I have no idea. But the thing is, they do this constantly. They're literally, it's this kind of condescending sort of. Honestly, you could call it patriarchal nature of it, where they're sitting there saying, right, okay, white men, they can pay full price.
Yeah, of course.
Brown people, they're poor.
Yeah.
They're not capable.
That's
They
why
can't
I'm
do
selling
these
my
things.
t-shirt, man.
Exactly. But this is the thing, it's all assumption, and it's all coming from a position of superiority on their part, because the people who organise this are obviously white people. It's like, so literally her comment is literally, the men can jostle amongst themselves to be the deputy. So, oh yeah, you're not man-haters. But you're not man-haters. Got it. Right, okay.
Do you think it could possibly be because she's the only somewhat competent woman in the
Harriet Harman? That's a somewhat generous assessment.
She make her dues. I mean,
Compared to most of the women in Labour.
what do you mean by competent?
She advocated for paedophiles, for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, but like the young man said, look at her competition.
Right.
But
Kathy Newman for PM.
so, lobster lives matter. That's all I'm saying.
It's crustacean discrimination.
So you're saying, I like eating lobster.
Yeah. So I'm saying, yeah.
It's got to be Diane Abbott. Come on.
Lighten up, it's called.
But literally, I mean, her statement is, I think we should. I think we have to be quite clear about this and basically say that there are lots of fantastic men in the Labour Party who'd be more than capable of being leader. There's no doubt about that.
I think the men should be measured by the length of their cock.
Well, any length is too much length, apparently.
Bigger than you, man.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't.